Donga 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 donga. You know how to drop the
What's up, everybody?
Hey, welcome back to the Two
Oh
Cubes
boy, what's up,
podcast.
everybody? This is a nightmare already. Good news. Getting the hair together. It's okay. This might be the last episode with this haircut, so we'll see.
Are you serious?
I don't know. We'll
What do
see.
you
I'm going
think?
to tease it a lot this week. I'm going to tease
Yeah?
it a lot.
Can we might have to have a vote at some point. I'm thinking I really want to see you with a mullet. I know Sam's going to kill me, but
Mullet, afro.
I really want to see it. Yeah.
If I went afro, I think I could pull it for a day or two.
You know, a really popular combination these days, I feel like you can get away with it. You see a lot of it on the street, is the mullet mustache combination.
Yeah, that's literally
Yeah.
Sam's nightmare. That's,
Yeah, exactly.
that,
I think it would be fresh though. That's just my opinion. Just
I
my
mean-
opinion. Theo
Yeah.
Vaughn brought it back, dude. It's allowed now. You can do it. Although
Yeah.
I don't ever remember seeing him with a mustache. I don't know if that man can grow a mustache. I'm not sure.
I feel like he'd say something funny about that. He would, he'd have some thoughts on that I believe would be...
Yeah, you shouldn't be pondering about a man's mustache, man. That's weird. You know?
I believe I could if I, glued the hairs on from a gorilla, then I would definitely have a dark mustache.
Yeah, there would be something about how where he grew up, they used to shave gorillas for fake mustache hair or something.
One of my neighbors used to dig up dead bodies and make wigs out of that hair.
You see, we would trap weasels and then shave them and use them to make wigs for our balding fathers for money. Yeah, something like that. I can't really do I don't know how his Louisiana accent. Like I can't
Theo,
really do it.
He's tough.
Fucking
He's-
Normand is from Louisiana too.
Yeah, I
and
know.
He
And
doesn't have any trace
He's
of an
just
accent.
he's just New York Jew through and through.
He's just 100% autism.
Yeah, he's just comedy.
that.
What?
I love that guy.
We just, yeah.
Speaking of facial hair, you notice the beard is back in just one
the beard
week.
is back in town. Yeah, that's
In
true.
just 1 week. it
If
came
I
back so
shave, it takes months. People think my hair grows so fast. It does not. It is not true.
hard. Really?
Yeah, really. People don't believe me.
Now I understand. Now I understand why you have the long beard. Like you have an attachment to it. Once it grows in, you don't want to get rid of it because if you cut it, it's going to be a long time before you see it again. Is that
well,
it? Did I?
So it goes through stages.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty quickly, I'll get the beard, like where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Then it'll be like that for 3 weeks. Then it gets to the step below this, and then it gets to this, and it just stops.
It grows in it
does- yeah, it does not-
pulsates.
I don't think it gets longer than this. I think this is it. If I just never cut it again, it'll stay exactly like this.
All right, see, I'm the other way around. My hair has no terminal length. I think we may have talked about this on the pod before. I've told people this before. It's a very strange thing about me. If I didn't buzz my body hair, it would just be as long as my fucking hair on my
Oh,
head.
no,
It gets so long.
I don't get a lot of body hair, and I don't. My hair, it grows very. I haven't cut my actual hair in a year and 8 months.
Has it really been that long?
I haven't touched it.
Yeah, man, that should be down to your ass. Well, your hair's kind of curly.
I haven't
wavy
touched it at all.
going
It's
on, so it might be, maybe if you brushed it out, you gave yourself the what do girls call that? The blowout. You gotta give yourself.
a blowout. Nice.
Dude, can you come on the pod next week looking like Cat Williams with a blowout?
I've asked if I could straighten my hair before. I got no's.
Oh man, I am. You have to do it.
I like being inventive with my hair, but I'm not allowed to test the waters that much.
Even though we have to do it on the pod, which on the podcast we just have a hair dryer going the whole
Yeah.
time.
It's comparable to my breathing through half the episodes.
It'll
So.
be the most unlistenable episode.
Yeah, I sound.
I didn't notice your breathing. I listened to it maybe a couple times. I heard you but
Some of the clips, it's just the whole time. It sounds like there's a dying pug in the room.
were you sick or something? Were you
No, I think I was just getting tased 15 fucking minutes ago, and
yeah, that might have something to do with it.
and I was having some labored breathing. I don't know, but it was bad. I sound like I'm doing fucking exercises.
Yeah, for a non-cougher, that's pretty. I'm not cougher, smoker. I meant to say.
Oh yeah, for
You're
not
definitely
smoker,
a
my
cougher.
breathing
We're
sounds
for sure
terrible. Yeah, I know.
Uh-oh, I'm receiving a message. I'm
Oh.
thinking, I don't know.
Do we got breaking news?
No breaking news. I was
damn.
hoping for a funny text from a friend.
I was
gonna
hoping
read
Kenneth
aloud,
Walker gained like half a yard.
I'm getting notifications all day, and for some reason they're only about Kenneth Walker the third. Like my phone will buzz and it'll be like Kenneth Walker had a 1 yard run. I'm just like, and then I look at the TV. They don't even have the ball. Like
Kenneth Walker just showed up at his press conference.
It's like a highlight. Something that happened like 15 minutes prior in the game. I'm getting a notification for 1 yard.
I don't know.
Get it together, sleeper.
My sleeper does the complete opposite and alarms me.
Why something's ringing?
Oh boy.
She's calling.
I don't think we can do
put her
this.
on the pod.
Yeah, if you start talking now, you're going to be on the podcast. How you doing?
Yeah, you gotta hold it up closer to the
Hi,
mic, my
what's
friend.
up?
Hey, bye.
All right.
Oh no, don't leave. I wanted to ask you a question, Aaron, really quick.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I was calling you, and then I was like, I don't really know. He's not answering. So I texted you, and then I figured I'd call Joe because he said you might be there.
Yeah, I'm here with the dog. The dog just doesn't have any food. Anyway, this is real interesting. I wanted you to explain to us, Aaron, where the extra hour goes.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
On
Oh my God.
Yeah, where's the extra hour when we fall backwards in time?
Yeah, where does it go? Where is that hour?
Is it the first 2 to 3 o'clock, the second 2 to 3 o'clock, or 11 p.m. to midnight on that day?
I understand why you're bringing up the 11 p.m. to midnight, but I think it's immediately disqualified for the fact that it is at least one of the 2 to 3 a.m. slots because there are duplicates. Why would that not be an extra? It's a duplicate. So if there's an extra hour in the day, it would be the one that repeats.
I think this is a good point. I do think this is a pretty good point, Joe.
Yeah.
I think it's the fundamental point, and you can make other points, but they're not as decisive as this one, I would argue.
I'm just saying, if you're going to talk the 25th hour, the extra one is the 11 p.m. to midnight the next day. That falls the same day.
The second argument that I think invalidates that is that on the leap year, we consider the extra day February 29th. We don't consider the extra day December 31st.
That's because it's literally an extra day.
The other night, these two are arguing this on my my old roommate's front lawn at like 10 a.m. 10 p.m. I mean,
yeah, it was night.
It was so funny.
I mean, it's an important and interesting.
It's a debate that has to be had, and I think we have to flesh it out with paper and a whiteboard, and I think we have to get Titty Boy to write down all the possible timelines, and we'll have to talk each one out.
No, I slam dunk it from the start. I have 2 extremely persuasive arguments.
I do think those are some pretty good arguments. Definitely, but I'm a visual learner, really, so I need you guys to come up with
my God.
to come up with some props maybe you could use, a PowerPoint or something. I need some images.
Yes.
I can talk with a PowerPoint, yeah.
Do you think kids born between at 2:59 a.m. on leap day, on whatever the time back day?
Yeah, or time back day.
I don't know what to call it. Fucking daylight savings day falling backwards. Do they have to specify which 2:59 a.m. it was?
I hope so.
The first 2:59 a.m. or the second? And then if they abolish daylight savings,
which one do you pick? You have to now choose one.
right?
Right?
Well, no, you lose one. You never have it.
You were never.
Yeah. I think you vanish. I think.
We should ask? We should ask the Koreans because they have a whole different system on age, and I think that they would have probably intriguing.
Yeah, let's fuck up the whole system. I like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Do they count you as 1-year-old like from inception? Like conception? I mean,
yes,
from your first dream.
Okay.
They count you as aging through gestation.
Boy,
yeah, that's kind of cool.
Maury would have a tough time with that then.
So really, if you meet someone from Korea and they tell you that they're the same age as you, you're like, no, I'm actually a year older. Like,
No.
yeah, you fool.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I have to start asking Korean people on the street.
Statutory loopholes on that one.
Their age based on when they came out of the canal.
I didn't even think of that angle, but let's just kill that conversation right now.
Yeah, I think we just halt that there. Anyway, I'm on my way to your place then, Joe. You guys finish up your podcast, and I'll get working on that PowerPoint soon.
All right, brother. Can't wait.
Very nice. And thank you for helping us. Thank you for helping us eat up 7 minutes of time on the pod. That was great.
Was it 7 minutes?
Well,
it was 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
4 minutes and 36 seconds.
All right.
Oh, you could do like a debrief of this conversation, and that'll add a couple
I'm sure
more.
we will.
Oh, this gets posted tomorrow morning. There is not going to be any kind of editing to this. This is going to just go right out there.
Perfect. Hope
this audio comes through.
Are you at the top of the podcast or the end?
The top. We're literally 10 minutes in.
You got time to think about this. All right, I'll be at your house.
All right. Bye.
I can't wait to see these PowerPoint presentations. Oh, man.
All right, everyone. So that was my sister.
Her first appearance on the show. No,
Yes.
actually, I think she walked through at one point and like grabbed something off the table or something in one episode. I believe that happened.
Yeah, I don't know if she showed up on cam though. I think she was filmed around. We used some gymnastics.
I yelled something to her off camera, and then she like threw something at me or something like that.
Yes, I think she used some mental gymnastics. Ooh, good. I got stuff for the roast.
Oh, I forgot you're doing the roast
Yeah.
of Cowboy Jimmy Swayze. Or
Ed
whatever
Hall.
His name is Ed Hall. I was close.
Yeah, Ed Hall. I'm on the dais for the roast of Ed Hall. For anyone who'd like to come, it's at the American Legion Post 105 on November 30th, Saturday after Thanksgiving.
He looks like a
starts
great
at 7
guy.
p.m. He is awesome. He's fun. So I'm gonna be able to dig in a little bit. It's gonna be good.
He's got
I'm
good
excited about it.
pictures all over the Legion.
Yes.
His face
Now,
is plastered around.
Let's
there.
talk about what's clearly the most important thing happening in news right now. Jake Paul. I know that you were a big supporter of him going into the fight.
I don't know anyone that was. I don't know a single person that was like.
Do you think he's going to challenge somebody next, or?
Well, he already challenged Canelo. Right?
No, he said I'm not challenging Canelo because he needs me. So we got to think of guys that
So Canelo's gotta be the
Jake
one.
Paul needs. And hear me out here.
Why wouldn't Canelo fight him?
I think. I don't know. I think Jake Paul wouldn't fight Canelo, but I think he's just trying to talk tough because otherwise, I would love to see Deontay Wilder fight Jake Paul and just smoke him. But
I don't know if enough about fighting. I don't know how big these dudes are. Like
Deontay Wilder's huge. They'd be in the same weight class though because they fight heavyweight, and he actually would. He has like striking power. He's if not in his prime now.
I know
he's
the
just
name.
barely
I know
out
the
of
name.
it.
I know he's a big one.
He's
one of the
he's
top
enormous
guys.
and he's got crazy long length. He's definitely a show. Him or
Didn't he fight,
Ngannou would be
didn't
fun
he
to
fight
watch.
Fury, not too
Yeah,
long
yeah,
ago?
he fought Tyson.
I remember
Fury.
like that is the coolest like card of names ever. Like
Yeah.
Fury versus Wilder.
yeah. No, it was
It's like a comic book cover.
and that's kind of where Deontay Wilder lost a lot of his lore is after fighting Tyson Fury. But it would be fun to see him fighting Ngannou or Fury. It won't happen, or Wilder.
What kind of stance is that? Do any of them do that capoeira dance in the in the ring?
I think that Jake Paul should try and get Sylvester Stallone in the ring. He's in the Pro Boxing Hall of Fame as well.
And Sly might be the type of dude that
He's
to accept.
not
his
only
offer.
older than Tyson, he is smaller than Tyson as well.
and has never trained in boxing. Well, to my knowledge,
he has done
some theatrical.
Yes, but if you're not going to fight him, I think you fight Dolph Lundgren. I think you go out there and go, I'll fight fucking 68-year-old Dolph Lundgren.
I see now. That's an interesting thing. I heard that they're coming out that. Did you hear about this? Like they want to do like a celebrity boxing.
They do celebrity boxing all the time. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
It happens constantly.
Well, why don't they get Sly and Dolph Lundgren to fight for real? That would be the shit.
Again, I think it's because Dolph Lundgren is a foot and change taller. Than,
All right. Yeah, touche.
He's like 15 years younger.
Is Mr. T still alive? I can't remember.
He's a foot and change taller. He's like 15 years younger. He's
So we've got some reasons. We've got
yeah. No, the actual fight between Rocky and Drago would be obnoxious, but Carl Weathers is unfortunately dead, or we could try and get him into it.
I don't think I'm a believer that he's still around.
You think Carl Weathers is a conspiracy?
There's a conspiracy. I seen him on the street.
I'm pretty sure Carl Weathers is still running around. That one was shaky to me, his disappearance.
I don't know. There was a guy at the 4th of July parade that looked just like him. He was 14 feet tall,
But yeah, I think Jake Paul should fight the Rocky characters.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
And then in 30 years, his son should fight.
Bronny James. I don't know.
I don't know. Whoever is coming up, whoever Michael B. Jordan's son is.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a lot of fun. See, if Jake Paul were smart, he would realize that like there's also a lot of money to be made, and people really want to pay to see you get your ass beat. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know. I don't really care about boxing ever. But if he challenged a dude that like for sure would beat his ass, like I would definitely pay to see that event. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, just it's his last event.
You'd be attracting like people who are your fans.
Watch
and
me get
also
my head knocked off.
your haters.
Yeah, that sounds like a promotion I would be involved in. Like, I have an idea. Let's challenge the best guy immediately. Fuck it.
It was there was like something in me. I was watching it at home, and the whole time I just kept like whispering to myself, like, "Come on, Mike, come on!" Like I just wanted some fucking
I would have loved it, but I
wake
knew
up inside him. You know, like
I knew after watching that first minute and a half, it wasn't even the full first round. It was like, all right, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, before the fight even started. I mean, like,
well, I knew it was a tough chance before the fight started, but like you said. There was something like, okay, maybe he just is like, dude, I'm going to throw it out there for 30 fucking seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring back me for 30 seconds. That did not happen at all.
No.
And he looked slow. The second he got, I guess it was like the second round, he got punched like in like almost the shoulder even. And he like stumbled back. Like, I was like, oh no, he doesn't, his legs are not underneath him at all. He looked like.
Yeah, his feet looked terrible. His feet looked really, really bad.
Yeah.
And the whole just glove biting thing.
Yeah, but he's been doing that his whole career.
Yeah, he did it so much this fight though. It was like ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know if that was just him like trying to like make himself angry or something. Like I don't know. What it was.
Yeah, I think it was just him trying to get unleash the beast, and it's just not there.
It's just not there.
I mean, he said after his fight 20 years ago, where he was like, I just don't.
Yeah, I don't have the fire.
I don't have it, and I don't care. He's like, I don't really have it left. It's gone.
One of the announcers quoted the I don't know if it was the last Rocky movie or it was one of the two last Rocky movies where he's just like, he's talking to what's his face and the trainer like in like the meat locker, and he's like,
Mickey?
Is it Mickey?
Well, Mickey was his trainer, but Mickey died.
I forgot who it was. It was the friend or whatever that's in like
Paulie?
Paulie, there you go. He's like talking to Paul, and he's like, I think I maybe got something in the basement. I still got something in the basement, Yeah. Like, and the announcer during the fight was just like, Tyson's just digging to see if he's got something down there in the basement. And I was like, yeah, nice.
Yeah, no, I obviously I love Rocky, and that's the only reason that anyone was like, there's a chance here. It's because they watch Rocky.
Exactly. And it was funny. That's why I love your sister. We're sitting there on the couch, and I was just like, it's over. It's done. There's no magic left in the world. And with no hesitation, Aaron just goes, we live in the worst timeline.
Yeah, I mean, was yours pausing like crazy too? Was it?
We didn't have that problem. We jumped in right at the end of the brutal woman's fight.
So you were the assholes that fucked it up for everybody, because I watched from the absolute beginning,
that was us.
And all of a sudden, like, it starts getting good, and they were like, and buffering,
and all of a sudden, 15 million people just tried to log on.
I was like,
God
damn
one time,
it, dude, it was brutal. I was sitting here watching with Jerry. By the
They
way,
should have thought of that, though. I mean,
as it
Netflix
turns
has
out-
the fucking money and the infrastructure.
as it turns out,
like,
Jerry's daughter is a big Jake Paul fan.
really?
Well, she watches YouTube like crazy.
Okay. What do they do? I've never watched any of their shit on YouTube.
She spent the entire time that all the fights were on. 'Cause she fell asleep for that fight, obviously, because she's 5.
Yeah.
She just kept going. Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul. I was like, what? Is this a rally cry he started on the internet? Why do you just keep saying his name? We're like, why are you doing that? She's just Jake Paul. It's like, what?
That's
what?
really
I was like,
funny. That's very weird.
are you a drone? What happened?
She malfunctioned. She's really,
I was like, did she break?
she's a government surveillance device, dude. Don't say anything about your illegal activities in front of her.
Too late. No, but again, for the entertainment value, good for them for fucking getting a payday, but it was clearly a shit fight. That women's fight was great, though.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Taylor Serrano was awesome.
That was
Even the one before it was all right.
Yeah.
Watching those 140-pound guys fight is tough.
Why is that?
Because it's just,
You don't take them seriously.
no. What are you doing?
A lot of the times, like the lighter guys have a better fight though. It all just
Yeah, because the stamina, because you can swing it through. You don't have to protect your face. You don't got to worry about getting hit. It's great if the other guy also hits like a fucking bunny. It's when the other guy has the ability to knock you out that you go, all right, well, I better fucking
Well, I mean, if you're the same size, right? I mean, like, you can get
you ever
knocked-
see
you can
fucking
get knocked
squirrels
out.
fight? It's never gets anywhere. It's
Yeah, I guess.
for wrestling or something, that's fine, or UFC because there's submissions. But when it's like you can only punch them straight on, there's never a fucking. It's just.
But if you think of it like basketball versus hockey, you know what I mean? It's like the goals hit. They hit a lot harder when they get in, but. Or do you just want to see them score a lot of goals? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's similar. You know what I mean?
Sort of, but it's like
You
if I wanted
score
to watch
points by
flag
landing
football or if I want to watch the NFL.
Yeah.
Do I want to watch, I would love to see Tyson get in there with one of these.
Compared
little guys.
to fucking flag football.
Yeah. It's,
Okay.
do I know there's somebody that could kill that guy? Yeah.
With all that said, I do want to see Kevin and Bobby have a fist fight one.
Kevin's got the weight. Bobby has the experience.
Yeah. Because Kevin seems like a pretty solid dude. He's
Kevin's much more solid than he seems.
Yeah.
And he works out like all the shit that matters but like doesn't show.
He's got strong core.
Yes, he's very firm. Like he's firm all the way through.
Oh shit! This reminds me. What did they say during the game today? He's like, he got absolutely blasted in his rear end.
He just blasted him from behind.
Yeah, what game was that?
Jim
That
Nance
was,
it was the Bills Chiefs game.
Yeah,
It was Jim Nance. It was a tackle on Khalil Shakir over the middle.
From the angle we were watching it
he
at.
just blasts him in the back.
in the rear end.
He just blasts his rear end. It's like, what are you talking about here, Jim?
Oh,
boy.
so good.
And you got the Tony Romo groans in the background. Oh, like, man, this is rough.
Did he groan? I was listening
He
for like
always
a
says that.
snicker. Oh, jeez.
Just blasts him.
I love the montages of the announcers just saying the most homoerotic.
Fucking wild. These big, beefy boys just hammering into each other. Going at it every goddamn time.
He's got thighs like Christmas hams. Just this weird shit.
Yeah.
So funny.
That was actually a funny quote during the broadcast of the Tyson fight. I think it was the Barrios fight, so you probably didn't see it. It was before the women fight.
I only saw the last two.
And the announcer goes, "Man, he hit him like a fucking washing machine." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
I was like, "Does this guy punch his washing machine?"
Which cycle? I mean,
I was like, "Is it because it's open and broad? What the hell is he talking about?
He'd have to be talking about the spin cycle, right? That's when it goes the fastest. Right?
I think he was talking about like because he left his face open, so it was like he just swung open. But it's like, just talk about something you might hit.
Yeah. The side of a barn.
Yeah, exactly. Like he hit him like the broadside of a barn or something like that. Not he hit him like a washing machine.
He tried it out. It's like a comedian. You know what I mean? He tried the joke.
Yeah.
Didn't land. And,
Well, I'm probably the only person who even listened to it. So, but I found that to be fun. Another thing that's going on right now that
wait. Before we move on, because I mentioned comedians and jokes.
Yeah.
Your roasts. Do you have any ideas for roast jokes?
I have some. I'm hoping I can find some of the. So the first time I met Cowboy, the guy we're roasting, I slow danced with him.
To what song?
I believe the Dirty Dancing song.
Tell me you tried the move. Tell me you tried the move.
Not with him. He's
describe this man.
300 pounds, 60 years old.
He's not maybe not the guy. Best
5'9" and a half.
Yeah. You might want to practice that with Bobby first.
Oh, I could do. I held Bobby up over a table yesterday like an instrument. I can hold most humans, but he'd be tough to do the full press. Would be impressive.
It'd be like WrestleMania 3 or something.
Yeah, it would be. We were also in a parking lot, so it would have been rough. It was during COVID, which is a fun time to do slow dancing to Dirty Dancing songs with people that you just met.
It kind of gives a whole new meaning to Dirty Dancing, especially in 2020.
Oh yeah. More like dancing dirty, baby. No, we slow danced.
Beautiful.
There's somewhere a video of it. That's what I'm hoping I can find. So that'll be.
Were you the lead or was he?
I believe he started with lead. Then once I got a good grab on him, we were.
Oh, that was gentlemanly.
Yeah.
He relinquished the lead. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Wow, man.
I think I was the one willing to take it the distance. That he was like, all right.
You guys are like two frogs.
You got it, brother.
You guys are like two frogs. You could just switch sexes at any time.
Yeah, we were. It was magic out there. We were. It was also not that slow because we were so in sync that it was It was
in my mind. I mean, the song that you guys were dancing to is pretty good, but in my mind, I was hearing this magic moment.
I don't remember the song, to be honest. I think it was Dirty Dancing came on, and he just associated that with slow dancing, so we embraced. But I'm gonna roast him about his ribs. He's a big grill guy.
So a roast about his rib roast.
Yeah,
I like it. All right.
He uses a whole bottle of Jack Daniels when making his ribs.
Okay, well, how big is the pot though? Like, how much is he making?
Well,
you got to think ratios, man.
My joke is that he forgets to put it into the ribs and just drinks a bottle of Jack Daniels before making ribs.
It doesn't really transfer to the ribs by breath.
He can, him maybe puking on the ribs will help.
Yeah. That's a good way. Yeah, that should be the joke.
But
apparently, his strategy is to vomit.
I'm gonna workshop it.
Yeah,
he puts his blood, sweat, and tears into that recipe.
It's like those
and puke.
It's like those coffee beans we talked about on the last episode. They have to get shit through an animal.
Yes, we're big on second harvested fruits and vegetables. He actually eats the ribs first too. He just eats raw ribs.
Oh God!
So it's pulled pork.
Oh Jesus! I mean, would try, but Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he didn't have a blender, so he figured doing it that way would work. Baby birds it to you. It's the new way.
I heard. I don't. I'm gonna get the quote wrong, but I don't keep bringing up your sister. But I went to the bar that she works at before I came over here, and ate a burger at the bar. And I swear this ties into the barbecue we're talking about. And I heard her talking to I guess he was one of the cooks or a manager or something the other thing. And she was like,
all the cooks there are this tall and foreign. So
yeah, okay. I can't remember who the dude. I think she was talking to the manager. But doesn't matter. I just heard her say to the guy, she's like, Yeah, table 6 wanted like dry rub ribs, and then the guy clearly didn't know what she was talking about. And she was like, dry rub, like, you know, like not wet. And then like the guy said something else I couldn't understand. And she's like, could you just like make up a dry rub back there? Just, like, it was like use a Old Bay like seasoning and like some salt and pepper or something. I don't know. And the guy was just like, okay. So the guy went back there and just grabbed whatever powdered items he could find and threw them on some wings.
You put enough powder into barbecue sauce, it becomes dry.
Oh, so funny. Can you just make up a dry rub?
I'll tell you, The Rock in Clifton,
Yeah.
they have a dry rub for each wet rub they have, which is insane to me.
That is kind of crazy.
But they're like,
It's awesome, though.
like if you want salt and vinegar wings, which they sell there.
That sounds amazing.
I know. They have dry rub or wet. I'm like, what do you mean wet? I'm like, it's salt and vinegar. How'd you...
Yeah.
What do you mean wet? Did you just add water?
Like, do they put the vinegar on before or after or something? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I haven't gotten those.
I mean, it sounds like some people who take their barbecue very seriously, though.
Oh, they have great wings.
What's the name of the place again?
The Rock in Clifton. Yeah, it's it's on Main.
why do
It's
I
on
think
Main Street.
Because we tried to go there, but we couldn't get in.
Yes, Anthony couldn't get in.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't let in a 60-year-old man because he didn't have
Yeah,
his
they
ID.
wouldn't let in the 60-year-old disco wizard that we hang out with, and he's got a white beard.
He's very clearly not 20
he's
and
not,
under.
He's also not 60. He's going to be so pissed if he sees this, and we
I
call
know.
him 60.
Well, he's not 60, but he's, you know, if you were to estimate his age, he's over 44. Unless he was Jack from the movie Jack, but at that point, let the man drink.
That was so crazy.
If he's 13 and looks like Anthony,
That was wild.
let him drink.
Do you think maybe there was like something that we don't know? Like the guy just said that was the reason, but
I don't know, because every time I have gone there, they check my ID, and I'm like,
yeah.
Like, and they don't give it much of a. I honestly probably could have just gave Ant my ID, and he would have been like, all right, you're good. But like I guess it's probably they get watched on the camera, and they have to check every ID. So he could have probably handed him a credit card, and he would have gone, oh, okay, cool. So you know,
That's nuts because I mean I guess the guy checked my ID. I don't even remember him checking it though.
I don't think we got there because Ant was like, I just don't have one,
Yeah,
and they were like,
that's
well,
crazy.
you can't get in then.
No, he has one. I think he just like left it.
No, he
He's
didn't have it
like,
with him.
"Oh,
Yeah,
they're
whatever.
wild."
Yeah, it was like I just don't. Yeah, I don't have it on me. I don't know. I
That was
mean,
wild.
it makes sense. He wasn't carrying it on him. He started at his bar that he owns.
Yeah, that was so annoying.
So why would he need his ID
So
at there?
He kept his cool though. That's good. I probably would have like said because I like when I get tipsy I run off at the mouth a little bit.
I
know
got
what
you, but he took it well. But yeah, he just was like, well, even if I could get in here, I don't want to now. So
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you.
I get a hot head sometimes, you know.
But it's a good bar over there. Good. It's a good place.
It
I gave away a car there once.
Okay, you told me that. That was the
Bingo.
clown car.
Yeah, the clown
we
car.
talked about the
yeah.
clown car. That was the polka dot clown car. We looked at
Yes,
some
it was
pictures.
when I gave it away. It was painted with all shamrocks. Aaron painted it actually.
Awesome.
It said The Rock on it, bar and grill. It was cool as fuck.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it was awesome. But
I've seen the pictures. I've seen the evidence. You kept the receipts.
yeah, if Jack was here, we'd get it put in now. But one day you guys will see it. I talk about this a lot. But anyway, my next topic, which you said you don't know anything about, is this whole Zach Bryan and Brianna Chicken Fry nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know that at all.
Okay, so
I
you know
don't-
who
I
Zach
don't-
Bryan is, right?
I know that he's a country singer.
Yeah,
That's
he
all I
does
know.
he does like country, like he does like the pop country stuff.
Okay.
Like he's just like
And
a super popular.
Brianna Chicken Fry.
Yes, Brianna Chicken Fry is a internet. She's like a barstool employee, but she does. You've probably seen the "Sleep When I'm Dead" T-shirts and stuff.
No.
That's all her merch.
No.
Is
I
like
thought she was the girl who sang, I got a pan, I got a plan. I'ma fry this chicken in my hand. Is it that girl?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Anyway, continue.
I know her.
I don't think it's her, but
I know her from doing all the stuff with Barstool. She does BFF's podcast with Dave Portnoy and Josh
Okay.
Richards or whatever the fuck his name is.
I know who Portnoy is. I know,
yeah.
Barstool.
Yeah, so she has a podcast with Dave Portnoy.
Okay. I think I've seen clips.
And she's kind of a big deal. You know, she's not Zach Bryan famous, but she's got her own.
She's influencing.
Well, yeah, she's got her own career. So anyway, she was dating Zach Bryan for like a year.
Okay.
And apparently it was this horrible abusive relationship that when they broke up.
Was she hitting him or was he hitting her?
I don't know if it was physically abusive. I don't know every detail. For one, she hasn't released everything, but she's, you know, they've talked about it, and it sounds like it was mostly emotional abuse. But what happened was
I always want to know, like,
they broke up
specifically,
and he was like, "You're gonna sign an NDA."
All right.
And she was like, "No," and then he was like, $5 million, sign an NDA, and she was like, "No." Then they got up to almost $13 million, and she was like,
"Holy shit,
no."
Wow.
And
she did wasn't that like Kesha? Didn't Kesha get like she turned down like a whole shitload of money?
I think Kesha did have some kind of
like bust
scandal.
some dude that was like sexually assaulting her or whatever.
Well, so her big thing was, no, these are my
something.
experiences. No, I'm not going to sell them to you. I don't want that blood money. I don't want it. I won't feel comfortable
She's got
with
a soul. Look at that. People.
Yeah, I won't feel comfortable
still
with
exist,
Again,
folks.
she is a seems to be a down to earth person through the content I've watched of her and stuff. Anyway,
yeah.
She's relatable. She's relatable.
She's got a name. Her last name is Chicken Fry. I mean, that's interesting. Just on its own.
Antonoli or something. But
oh, does that translate to chicken fry?
I don't know why. I actually don't know why she called.
Is that Italia for chicken fry?
I don't know why she's. It could be that video you're talking about. It could be. I don't know. Was that
No, it's definitely not
attractive
her. It was
Italian white girl?
No, this was probably 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Some weird music video that appeared on the internet that like went viral with like this like black lady like.
I think I do know what you're talking about.
And it's like a whole song. It's got a hook. It's got
I think I do know what you're talking about.
And but that was the hook. That was the chorus. It was I got a pan. I got a plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna fry this chicken.
Well,
in my hand.
the Aaron will be mad at me for not knowing that reference.
It's all right. It's fine. It's okay.
But
right. The internet is vast.
The interesting thing about this chicken fry situation, which is unfolding still, is well, because she went on their podcast and was like,
I know. I'm laughing at your choice of words, like unfolding currently.
Well, because apparently while they were dating, he was like, and she was like renewing her contract with Barstool. Okay. He was like, I will pay you double to not work there, and she was like, no, like I like working there. No,
yeah.
Like
that's where all my friends are.
Well, it was because it was then you don't work at all. You're on the road with me.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I don't, belong to you. And he was like, and apparently whatever. So apparently this guy's just a fucking enormous dickhead. Now, Dave Portnoy got involved. He's all pissed off too, and he made a diss track.
No way. Is he? Yeah. Portnoy's not rapping, is he?
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Listen,
but speaking as a white guy who attempts to rap and embarrasses himself, don't do it, Dave.
He made one with
Josh.
It's
already done.
Yeah. I haven't finished it all yet because he made one with Josh Richards.
Yeah.
Josh Richards is a TikTok star and the other guy on the BFFs podcast. Josh Richards forgot he had a deal with Warner Music.
Okay. He forgot he had a deal.
He just didn't remember that he has a deal. So he released this song, and Warner Music goes, okay, we own all of Josh Richards' music. You're going to take that down. Warner Music's the people that own Zach Bryan's music.
Oh.
So they were like, no, you're not. That's it. It's done. It's taken down. And Dave was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, I forgot, man.
That's so funny.
So now Dave made a Dave's version of that song where he just raps all Josh Richards' music too. So he raps the whole song. A couple days go by.
Yeah.
He releases a second diss track. So the first one's called Smallest Man.
All right.
Dave Portnoy's a big Taylor Swift guy, and they have Taylor Swift has a song called "Smallest Man in the World" or something.
That's really unfortunate.
And Zach Bryan apparently is like 5'3", so it just ties the whole thing in.
No.
The second diss track is called "Country Ditty," and apparently Zach Bryan was like out
Like he's the country Diddy. Like
Yeah. And apparently Zach Bryan was out, cheating on Brianna and stuff, and like spreading STDs.
Wow. All right.
So, like in the song, he's like, fucking talking about him spreading STDs and stuff. Oh, country Diddy. It's actually a pretty catchy little song. It's pretty good. But now he's released.
It's got a little hook to it.
He's released 2 diss tracks on this guy, fucking Zach Bryan.
That's so crazy. Yeah, I'm totally out of how long has this been going on now? Like a week or two?
Yeah, like a week and a half. Something like that.
Okay.
I don't know exactly, but I was probably a few days behind on it.
Yeah, it's because there's no celebrity in this story that's in my wheelhouse. You know what I mean? That's like
I thought maybe because Zach Bryan, you might have
yeah.
heard of it. It's you don't pay attention to Barstool. I listen to KFC radio all the time, so it's
occasionally one of the hosts like from KFC or whatever will come on to like,
show
a
up
couple
on
of
your
the comedy podcasts
yeah.
that I listen to, but like that's it. That's like the only tie I have to it.
But
what are you drinking over there, Joe?
vodka cran. I made it here on the air.
Classic. Is do you go with the 100% cranberry juice, or do you go with like the one? That's
I like
the
to go
cocktail?
100% cranberry juice. This was cocktail because I was grabbing it while I was grabbing the Sketty today.
Yeah, you were just whatever they have is first thing, the easiest thing to grab.
I did not stop walking. I walked by, grab.
You know, a really weird phenomenon I've observed in my life recently, and tell me if you've ever experienced anything like this, is,
No.
and I think this might be a sign that like I'm officially becoming like a grumpy curmudgeon, or that I'm just losing my mind entirely.
Okay.
I've been giving the middle finger to inanimate objects recently.
Oh.
And in like pure frustration and rage.
Oh, I think I was doing that in 3rd or 4th grade just to be funny. I'll do stuff like that
And then
sometimes
a
for an
second
audience.
afterward, I'm like, why did I just do that? This is dumbest, craziest shit to do. Like, but it's happened like multiple times, and I'm like worried about myself. I was like, I think I'm slipping a little bit. I don't know.
I get mad at inanimate objects a lot, but if no one's watching, I won't do it.
Exactly. It's always when nobody's watching.
No, I only do it if someone's watching.
This is two totally different behaviors. They're maintained by different reinforcement.
Yeah, I'm the greatest showman when it comes to. I once smashed a parking meter by punching it because people were watching me. I think I broke my hand. I just ignored it. But I just smashed it. I just blew up a parking meter with my just walking by. I was pissed off.
That must have been felt simultaneously so awesome and also
It looked
extremely
cool.
painful. at
The
the
people that were watching were like, "What the fuck was that?"
I would have been like, "Oh my god, it hurt so bad. I'm so proud of myself."
I just walked off. I was bleeding.
So
I
awesome.
just left it alone. But it was.
Was it shitting coins out after you?
Oh
did it?
yeah, it just blew up like because I guess they just sit in like a holster like on the top there.
Yeah.
It just blew up.
So the glass did.
No, the whole metal housing just broke. It just
So coins went
blew
everywhere.
up. Yeah, it just blew up.
Jesus Christ! You blew up a steel fucking street.
Well, because it's very thin steel. It's like carbon.
Awesome.
But yeah, it just blew up. It was, and I just kept walking. I didn't look at the coins. I just walked it off like there was an explosion happening behind me in a movie, and that was it. And people were like, "Wow, that guy was pissed off." That was in New York.
New York. You know, you got to improve the quality of your fucking parking meters, because if you're gonna hit me for fucking $275. Because, you know, I tried to run into the Dwayne Reed real quick to get some fucking antacids, you know?
Shit. I wish we had Google right now.
Cool.
I have an awesome story for you.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I have a lot of unpaid parking tickets.
No. I'm looking at my notes here.
I would take care of right now. If we...
I'm looking at my notes here. First of all, I have a couple things we can talk about. I know we were worried about that.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're almost at an hour. I don't know.
Yeah, we're at
Why
44 minutes.
Why did we just
exactly.
get a thumbs up bubble? Did you see that?
We're at 44 minutes exactly. I don't know, because I did this. Maybe. I don't know.
That was so strange. Why did that pop up?
I don't know. It does it sometimes. It's
Are we
strange.
live streaming right now by mistake? We don't know what we're doing without Jack.
We have no idea. But
This whole thing could just be an Instagram live video. We have no. It's all going to be gone at the end.
But I do have something we're going to need when Jack gets back to Google, and I don't want to forget about it.
What is it?
Do you know that Michael Jackson once fought Tupac in a fist fight?
No.
Yeah.
If that were true,
It is true.
Dave Chappelle's show would have made a sketch about it.
It's
If
true.
that was-
It's a true.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and is there any like no footage? There's
I believe
a picture.
I believe it was over. It was a woman was involved.
Can we reenact what that fight would sound like?
I don't remember who it is.
I'll be Michael Jackson.
It's a famous woman was involved, and I don't remember who. That's why I would love to look it up, but I'm going to take forever doing it.
Maybe it's Lisa Ann Presley or whatever her name is.
It could be. Actually, that could be. But we're gonna have to jot that down to note to denote that story somehow, because I heard it and I was like, oh my god.
I want to do a sketch where we just do all audio of what that fight sounded like. Like, this is the audio from that night. This is the fight.
Yeah, I'm sure the N-word wasn't thrown around once.
I think that was my first ever attempted Michael Jackson impression. I can't wait to hear that back, see if I nailed it or not.
It sounded good from here, and I don't
Nice.
think
Thank you.
fucking huffed and puffed over it like a like in the Three Little Pigs. I do have another question for you, and this is a serious one. Has there ever been a concussion in the Lingerie Football League? I don't know. What did they solve concussions?
Dude,
I've never heard of someone getting even injured in that league. I think just wearing lacrosse helmets and
you were saying it
shoulder
earlier
pads.
when you weigh under 140 pounds, you can't really hurt somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. We just need to make
maybe that might be
NFL
it.
players smaller.
and then they're not wearing all. I don't think they're wearing shoulder pads, right?
They wear
So-
shoulder pads.
They
Yeah.
do.
They wear
Okay.
shoulder pads and like hockey helmets.
What kind of footwear are they wearing?
Cleats.
Cleats, okay. But then lingerie. Otherwise.
Yep. I think they wear receiver gloves and stuff. It's got to be horrible blocking because those gloves suck on the skin.
They're getting burns.
But I'm sure
gonna
you
be
get turf burn like a motherfucker.
I have not been a good heterosexual American male sports watching red-blooded guy. I've never seen the lingerie football.
Oh, I watch the clips because they have them all mic'd up. It's amazing. The coaches, they get paid like 58 cents a year, and they act like they are. They act like they are Super Bowl fucking coaches. They go nuts on those bitches.
50 cents.
They go fucking nuts on the sideline. You can hear them in the clips they have them like hot mic'd, and I don't give a fuck if you're on your fucking beer. Get the fuck. It's amazing.
Do they have the blue tent on the sidelines? Yeah, like is any girl?
I don't think there's injuries. I think they just don't get hurt. I don't know. They don't.
There has to be.
It's like arena football. There's never been like a DeMar Hamlin situation
Yeah,
once.
it's like
Everyone's fine?
When a guy's writhing around in pain on the ground on the like in a football game, they're like, well, there's Hamlin laying on like in this one. It's like Peaches is having difficulty getting up off the turf.
Yeah, her entire asshole's out because her lingerie tore. As it turns out, underwear is not that easy to tackle in.
Yeah, instead of throwing flags, they throw like black bars out to cover up body parts.
They throw Tide Pods.
Yeah. I don't get the Tide Pods joke, but I laughed anyway.
Because
I'm a fake person.
It's laundry.
Wait, it's lingerie and laundry.
No, they're people who do laundry, right?
Yeah, it's French for those who do laundry.
It's the laundry football league.
Yeah,
It's just dishwashers.
It's like a
and
bunch
stuff.
of like peasant women from like the medieval times with like their heads. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, that's why they can't get hurt. They can't afford it. I think if we start paying NFL players less, they'll get hurt less. There'll be less injuries.
I think it's brilliant.
Also, I want to make a new Italian character that hangs out with Dom.
Okay.
Omi-Wan Cannoli.
Is he gonna be like a guru? He's Dom's
He
guru.
always dresses up like it's Star Wars and tells people that they owe him one cannoli.
Joe, inventive character. I like it. It's a little one-dimensional, though. You're gonna have to...
he has to find situations where every time somebody asks him for something, he goes, "I'll do it for cannoli."
He's just willing to do... He's like a
I'll do
hitman. He'll
anything
do
for
anything.
cannoli.
Did you think of cannolis because I'm wearing Muller's Bakery?
No, I wrote that down here months ago. Also, I was in a big Italian mood that day. I want to, my cooking ideas.
Yeah.
I want to make a stuffed shells lasagna where the middle layers are stuffed shells
Nice.
of the lasagna.
It seems like, I mean, it's awesome. I want to try it. But, I mean, it seems redundant, right? It's all the same ingredients.
Well,
Just like...
this is like the time I came up with a plan that Scott really didn't like, which was you make a lasagna, you put it in a blender, and you use that as the insides of a lasagna. It's a lasagna.
I love it. I love it.
It's lasagna with layers.
No, that's absolutely brilliant. Don't you fucking listen to Scott about that. You live
He said I can't do that.
live that.
I'm not allowed to do that. Although blended lasagna sounds good anyway, so I don't know.
I saw a video where it was like a guy blended up like 1 million like beans, like, and then he like had a little machine that formed the paste into beans. And then he did something else ridiculous with it. Like, I forget what it was. Like, he made like a bean pie with a crust made of bean paste that was like beans made from beans made from beans. It's like very weird.
I may have watched the same video.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar to me.
It's pretty ridiculous.
I really like messing with the like twice baked potatoes and stuff.
Oh man,
where people like mash a potato, then put it back inside a potato and bake it again.
I don't get it, but I'd definitely try it.
It's nice. I like it a lot.
What's the greatest way to prepare a potato? And there is a correct answer to this. This is
Joe's favorite is au gratin potatoes.
That's exactly the right fucking answer. Yes, Joe.
Joe's favorite is au gratin.
We are simpatico.
They still have the nice bite to them.
Oh yeah,
but they're cheesy and they're delicious.
Oh fuck
it's
yeah,
perfect.
They're little discs of heaven.
It's amazing. It still has a little bite to it.
And I love when you get that brown marbleization at the top.
It's like having the corner of a brownie. It's nice.
Oh yeah.
You don't run into them often, and actually.
They're a bitch to make, I think.
One time Sam went to try to make them for me, which was super nice of her.
Yeah.
She cut off the tip of her finger trying to use the mandolin. And and then, because we had
Did she finish the job, though?
Well, she had the mandolin thing in the thing, so the tip of her finger was in the potatoes. And I was like, well, we could keep going. I'm good.
Like,
I love au gratin potatoes that much. I'll eat it.
Were you in the emergency room like, never going to get those potatoes?
No, it wasn't. We didn't have to go to the emergency. We just had to use some of that bleed stop stuff. We got it figured out here.
Okay, all right.
We got it in-house figured out. But yeah, she can't use the mandolin anymore.
Are you saying mandolin or manolin? Is that like a deli slicer? What is that?
It's like the thing you use for like ribboning stuff.
I don't know what that is.
So it's like just a small blade. It's how you like shave things like that.
Ah, okay.
Without a deli slicer, because a deli slicer would be ideal, I guess.
That'd be crazy if you guys just in your kitchen had a spinning fucking.
I've looked into a deli slicer before. They're like $1,000.
It's not so bad.
I know.
It's not so bad.
I know. Can you imagine how much stuff I'd be slicing? I'd be buying things whole just so I could slice them.
You'd be breaking up your cardboard for recycling with just slicing.
You guys would walk in and I'd just be like, I bought a half of prosciutto. A what?
Oh, don't say prosciutto. Don't say prosciutto. You're gonna make me hungry.
Oh, I got
how much time we got on this?
Got 3/4 of a pound up there. We're at 54 minutes and 4 seconds.
Damn, dude. We're flying.
Yeah, we are flying. We are the best. It's amazing.
I really wish anybody cared about this show.
People are starting to. This week in the comments on TikTok, we got, "Why are you breathing so heavy?" And we got your mom saying she doesn't ever say supper.
That's the funniest thing ever. Yo, I read that comment. I commented back on it, and I tagged my sister. I had to text my sister. I was like, Lauren, have you ever heard mom say the word supper? And she responded in 3 seconds, and she said like millions of times. Like millions. And I'm not even knocking my mom for using the word. I don't know why she's being all defensive. I'm just saying that's why
I do like that she. I think her direct comment was,
I've never said that word, supper, which is hilarious. I think like everyone has at least said it one time, reading in a story or something like.
Oh yeah, we got to comment on what the name of the shit that you breathe in prisons is. Apparently, it's called flocka, which we might have figured out last time.
The one I heard wasn't flocka. It was. There's probably multiple names for it, or maybe it's a different. Maybe it's a different brewing method. Maybe one is a tea.
Could be a different. Yeah, it could be a different.
One's a fungus. No.
Let's.
Jenkum was the one.
Jenkum. Okay. Well, this guy says it's Floka, but that guy's name's Preacher, so he just visits prisons. I assume.
Anybody that's
I mean, his picture does not look like a preacher or somebody who just visits prisons, but
yeah, he looks like a resident of one.
He looks very angry. He looks like he works at one, maybe. He could be a corrections officer. I'm going to play for us the one where somebody said that dude's breathing is louder than talking, because
So, what's it called? I tried to do BetterHelp, and they make you fill out this whole questionnaire at the beginning. They're just like, what kind of therapy would you like? Do you want it to be,
I did not
a video, just a phone call? Do you want it to be via text? Like, how do you want to do your therapy sessions? And I just checked video call. Like, I just want to do like video conferencing, right? And so, like, it'll find providers or whatever. They give you that service.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel that's one of the things I answer. I fill that out. They ask you if you want a male or female. They ask you, like, does it, matter, like, age or blah, blah, blah. They ask you a million questions. You fill this whole thing out, and then like, they're like, okay, these are the available providers for you. Every single provider that came up was, like, texting only.
It's like... Dude, it's so bad.
Like, gurgle.
What's the matter with you?
What is going on, Joe?
I'm just breathing, but it's terrible, man. I sound like I'm gonna die.
I'm so worried about you. I must just be like deaf to it because I just hang out with you all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I know I make a lot. I make a ton of noise. Like, sometimes I'm hanging out with someone new, and they're like, "God damn, you make a lot of noise. Like, just sound." Just the whole time.
What do you think it is? Let's diagnose you right now on the air.
It's funny because I
help us out. Any doctors listening to this program?
Well, no, it's funny because Joe Rogan has said the same thing about Bill Goldberg, the wrestler.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I met the guy, and he's like always revving high. He just like the whole time you hear him just like,
yeah.
Like, and I was like,
it seems like Jesse Ventura's like that a lot too.
I think it's just I just kind of always have a little bit extra hype. I don't know.
You think it's anxiety? You think you're like stressed, like your shoulders?
I'm stressed all the time. I'm
relax your shoulders. Pull them back. Breathe.
Look at these. Look at these bad boys. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking great out here. Like, I'm bringing the dad bod in. Big here, but we look good. That's why we're gonna shave the head eventually and show people that this thing's 50 pounds too.
Agreed.
Yeah, people don't realize it's a melon up here now. It used to be small.
One time, speaking of dad bods, one time at work, we had like this big bulletin board up in the hallway, and it was like something about summer. It was like, we're living it up in the sun or something, something like real hokey. And they had pictures of us at like the locals pool or whatever with the kids, like kids jumping off the diving board, swimming, whatever, like group shots with the teachers and kids like posing in the pool and stuff. And I had a picture of me with super dad bod, just like shirtless. It was like the worst picture ever. And, like somebody hung it up in the hallway. Like I was like, really, people? Like you had to put this picture up?
Oh yeah, no, I have.
I took it down like immediately. I was like,
I have some real bad ones out there. I got the tummy.
Yeah.
And man, I got some from the Undie Run. They took some, and we're doing the Undie Run in New York City.
Yeah.
and I'm dressed up as a cowboy in underwear. So I'm wearing a fucking cowboy hat and just like boxer briefs that have fucking tassels on them.
Wait, sand castles or stone castles?
Tassels.
Oh,
like,
tassels.
Like,
I thought you
like
meant
a
like
cowboy.
a print of castles.
No,
That's pretty cool.
No, like a cowboy. I was so like chaps.
Got you.
But I was wearing nothing else, and
were they leather?
and they took the picture from above, so I just look like a fat guy, fucking
Chaps.
just a fat. Well, you could barely see the chaps 'cause they end here, so it just looks like a fat guy running next to naked New York City in a cowboy hat.
Awesome.
Just a fucking Flabosaurus Rex.
Were you just directly biting the naked cowboy in Times Square?
No, it's way worse. That guy at least wears naked cowboy stuff. I was dressed like a cowboy that was naked. No, this was for the undie run. We used to do a theme every year. We used to go every year. It was great. It was for neurofibromatosis research. And we would.
And that brings us, that's our Spanish word of the day.
Yes. Neurofibromatosis.
Neurofibromatosis.
Yes, it's when your head hits yourself in the toes and now they hurt. No, it's actually when you get these enormous tumors on you and it's fucking grotesque. But
oh, okay. Well, that's that. I'm gonna get if you gave me those three definitions, I'm gonna guess the third one is the real one.
But no, it was a great event. We went. I probably went 6 years.
Yeah. Well, what made you give up on those in need?
Chellis left. He was the guy who orchestrated us going every year.
Oh, okay.
It's in New York, so
we
know
should.
me.
You know what? I'm gonna reorchestrate it. We're gonna start doing it again, but we're not gonna invite Chellis. No,
yeah. Well, he lives far away, so.
I forget where he lives.
They do them
again.
all over the country, so.
Yeah, I'm just teasing. I used to do one for cystic fibrosis for my cousin Sean.
An undie run?
No, it wasn't an undie run. It was more wholesome. It was just like a.
This is wholesome as shit.
A 10K, fucking 5K,
10K.
whatever.
This is you run like 3/4 of a mile, asshole.
Oh, okay, all right.
This is you drink in a club for 5 or 6 hours.
And then you essentially streak, and you go from one bar to another. Is that what happens?
Nope, you run to the Intrepid and back to the bar.
Shit, I should be running this thing. I'd make it so much better. Be like you'd have to run. You do a bunch of drinks. Everybody strips down of their underwear, and then you have to run to another bar.
No, you're in your underwear the whole time in the club.
Well, that's where the after party would be. You run to
it's
a
the
bar
start and the
where then you just hang out. So you do a loop and come back to the same place.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And it's about 3 hours beforehand and then 3 hours after.
Nice.
If you donate enough money, it's an open bar. It's a mess.
So what you're saying is save people with, what's it called?
Neurofibromatosis.
Save people with neurofibromatosis and pull your wiener out.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's the end of the show, folks.
Sometimes people with neurofibromatosis show up, and it really brings down the vibe a bit.
Yeah. Did you ever get did anything ever fall out while you were doing the run?
The first year we did Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
And I was a much skinnier man at the time. I was in great shape, actually. I was Superman.
Nice.
But that was a briefs situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And the briefs I wore were, nothing fell out, but it was
bad.
It was a lot closer than it should have been.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine, you had to have seen at least a handful. Maybe that was a bad choice of words, but you must have seen a lot of boners while you were there. You know what I mean? You're out there walking around. A breeze comes through. I don't know. You chub up. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do?
I think a lot of people are fluffing, but there's nobody gives you the full show.
I would just imagine you'd be walking around, you're going to get a beer, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you get smacked in the belly by some dude's boner. You know what I mean?
No, that happened to me in New Orleans during Gay Mardi Gras, but not at the undie run. No, the closest I've gotten to a boner at the undie run was a guy wearing one of those elephant things, and he had just his dick tucked in there, and he was at a 75%er, I was like,
if you look really closely on the trunk of the elephant, it tells you the percentage of where you're at.
I was like, brother, you can't be doing that, man. That's nuts. I was like, you literally have it tucked into the fucking gay pouch there. You have it sleeved? That's nuts.
Sleeved?
Yeah, he full sheathed, and I was like,
dude.
how do you even get that in there at 0? How do you get it in the sheath? I was like, do you have to chub up to get in the initial sock? Because it's just the dick sock you're wearing.
Yeah, I mean, I figure you have to. Yeah, you have to in order. You're at like 5-10%. You know, at the very beginning before.
What was real bad news for this guy is he did not have a hammer.
The name of this episode is officially sleeved. You gotta wait to the very end to find out what the fuck it is.
But the nice thing was, this guy didn't have a hammer.
Oh, all right.
So
well, how do you know? He could have been a grower. You don't know, man.
He was at 75 fucking percent. If he rose 4 inches on his last percent, that's one thing. Unless he fucking put a stick in there,
75%.
It wasn't good for him. He was also an older gentleman, so I don't think he gave a fuck.
It was good for everybody else, you know what I mean? Because
it was hilarious.
You get a little
for us.
laugh, yeah. And plus, less chance of you getting like whacked with it on a fast turn. You know what
Actually,
I mean?
in these days now,
in a close quarter.
in these days now, this was pre, the trans movement that I was going to this. These days now, you could get some wild stuff at that event, probably.
You can imagine. Well, now that we're done talking about wieners, I think we should end the show.
Our favorite thing.
Because I have to drain my wiener. So, that's usually what causes the end of the show, is that Chris's tiny baby bladder ruins the end. But
nah, we're good. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you guys for paying attention. I'd like to shout out Henry for being the worst.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Benna, I would like to pre-greet you into this episode.
Ben has got to at least call in on one episode. I feel like Ben has got a really good radio voice too.
The nice thing is we can talk to Benna now, and he'll listen to it in a month or so he can go right into the next episode.
He can readdress some things that we discussed, yeah. I think that today was a banger, I think we covered a lot of important ground, topical topics.
This is a big topical episode. This is not going to age well, but that'll be okay.
All right, I love you. Goodbye.
Oh,
I got a piss like you wouldn't believe. I don't like that, Joe Burrow 31.